Hey there, Richard Matharoo here. Do you want to know how to build a huge team inside of network marketing? Well, there are only two ways you can do that. One I don't like, so I'm going to teach you the other one. The first way is relying on duplication. Okay, we see this taught over and over and over again. Like, find the special person and then like be all over them to bring and build your business for you. Like, find as many of those as you can. Do you know why I don't like that method? Because you can't teach it. You just can't. Can you guarantee me what person, if any, will do that in your business? I know network marketers who sponsored 10, 20 people, and one of those people brought in thousands. I know network marketers who sponsored thousands, literally thousands of people, and they're still having to sponsor and sponsor and sponsor because they haven't done certain things that I'm going to tell you about today, but they never found the one. None of them. So completely different results. You know why? Because you can't, human nature, human behavior, you can't rely on it. So what I prefer to teach you is how you can be in control of the growth, and duplication is more likely, but it's actually just a nice bonus because you're secure in your team building efforts. Let me teach you how to do that right now. So the number one thing you need to do is stop putting all your time into everybody else. Like you can't force somebody to see what you see. Hey, should we go on your goals again? Hey, what are you doing the incentive? Are you selling more of the product? Have you prospected today? You're just like a boss that they're trying to get away from, and you don't feel good doing that either. So let's not do that, right? No one's going to want to recommend anybody to that. Oh, come into my team. My upline is a nightmare, always on the phone, pushing me to do stuff because they've got a real life. You're thinking about that person and that team member as what can they bring into my business. Instead, you're not thinking that they have a life. They have kids, they have a job, they have worries, they have maybe health issues, they have family matters. And you're way down the pecking order. And the only way to bring that business and to get growth in your team is to inspire them to action. You should be doing what you want your team to do. At the end of the day, ask yourself the question, if my team did what I did today, how much money would I make? And if the answer is you just calling a bunch of other people, trying to get them to do it, it's like being in a rowing boat and everybody's turning around and saying, you row, you row, you row. Nobody actually puts the oars in the damn water and you don't go anywhere. So stop doing that to people and relinquishing that control like it's somehow like a lottery mentality, like it's going to be, this could be the one and somebody else is going to solve your life for you. You have the capability. You should have the belief that you can do this. So once we're inspiring people with the correct actions, what can we do tactically? Well, what you should do is build a sales funnel. You should use a sales funnel to bring people into your network marketing business. And why would you do that? Well, it trains your reps as they're coming in. Because at the end of the process, you can say, hey, did you like the way you came into this? Oh, absolutely. Okay, well, you can now use the exact same process apart from at the end of it, they're joining your team. They're like, cool, my marketing is all taken care of. The biggest hurdle, which is how do I do this? You've now actually can just say, hey, you've been through how I do this and you're going to do the same. See, when you've got a sales funnel, all you've got to do is point people to the front of that sales funnel. You don't have to work on your recruiting, your conversions, your this, your that, a whole bunch of other different skills. You don't have to work on all of those. All you have to do is be able to become decent at pointing people to the very first step and then letting the funnel take their email. Let the funnel present to them. Let the funnel answer their questions. Bring them into the team. Duplicate. Give them the fast start training. All these things you would have to master and your team would feel like they had to master. Now it's taken care of with a resource, with a system, with a tool. And you're actually going to give them that tool and they're going to go through that tool when they come in. So everything is tickety-boo, right? They're like, this is wonderful. This is so much better than what everybody else is teaching in the industry. So that's what I advise you to do. And it's what I've been able to do to build a big team. I mean, I've sponsored over 700 people now doing this because when you've got a funnel as well, it allows you to reach so many more people. Like if you're doing the traditional methods, and we see in income disclosure statements that 90% of network marketers are failing. So we know that the methods that they're teaching aren't working. But what I'm teaching you to do is reach so many more of the right people 24/7. Like my sales funnel is out there right now building my network marketing business. My team are using the same sales funnel. I give them one that I tested. So all they need to do is point people to the front, which I show them how to do. And now that's converting. Can it show 20 people at once? Yep. Can it show 100 people at once? Yes. Can it show people while they sleep? Yes. Will it always be the same quality of presentation and conversions? Yes. Now you compare that with traditional methods. Maybe you can do 2 presentations a day if you're lucky. How can you scale that? You can't. Your time is your time. 24 hours in the day is always going to be 24 hours in the day. So a sales funnel allows you to reach more people more often in a predictable way, and it just allows the people that come in to actually duplicate, even though you won't be relying on that. It's so much better to do it that way. In fact, if you want more information on that type of way to build your business, you can go to www.richardmatharoo.com/webinar, and that's a training I've put together. It's happening this week, where I detail how you can use that type of marketing to be able to build your network marketing, any network marketing business. And that training is responsible for over $1.5 million worth of sales. My training is responsible for that amount of money in other network marketers' businesses, so it's working really well. And personally, I've sponsored over 700 people with what you'll see at that training. So I hope that you enjoy that webinar if you make it to that free training. As always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires and excuses. And if you're a subscriber, I'll see you on the next training. Bye for now.